It's your man Nice back with another video. This is my example about how I mentally respond to a situation rather than emotionally react to a situation. You know what I mean? My example is the other day my baby was in the back seat and she was upset that we left the park because, of course, little kids like to play in the park. They want to stay in the park all day, and they can't do that because we got other things to do. You know what I mean? We can't stay in that park all day. But she ain't gonna understand that. All she wants is what she wants. And in that moment, all she could do is cry for what she wants, because she doesn't have any control over her situation, about where she goes and what she can do, you know. But her crying is her way of getting what she wants. When she cries, she sees that most of the time her parents compromise. They say no, she cries, then we say, okay, here, have that. And the only reason that we compromise is because we feel that her crying is annoying, or we feel like she's going through some type of suffering or pain, which she is, and you feel bad. You say, I don't want to see her crying, or I'm just annoyed that she's crying so much. So I'd rather give her what she wants than to be annoyed by her crying. So in that situation where we left the park, I could go back to the park to relieve her from crying and stop her from crying, and so she could feel better, I could feel better. She got what she want, I got what I want. How I mentally react, mentally respond to the situation is I think about what's going on, and I just explain what's going on. She knows the way to get what she wants. So she's sad about leaving the park, of course, but now she's using her ability to get what she wants, for me to compromise. And of course, she's a little kid. Little kids do this, but if anybody knows anything about little kids, they're little baby manipulators. They know how to get what they want, and they see this. They know that from since they were little kids. When they cry, oh, this works. This gets me my way. It gets my way. So, and when they get around like 3-4 years old, they use it like a weapon. I can see I have this mirror on the wall in the hallway. So whenever she's crying, when she's walking past that mirror, she looks in the mirror to look at her face while she's crying. And sometimes I catch her and I say, hey, stop looking in the mirror while you're crying. You're just trying to see your face to see if it's sad enough. And what she does is she starts laughing, because she knows it's true. In that situation, what I do in that situation, I don't try to change the situation, because I don't have control over her crying unless I compromise, and I can't do that every time, you know. When she wants a lollipop, she's not gonna be eating lollipops all day. So what do I do in that situation? I can't change her wants or her desires. So what do I have to do? I have to deal with the annoyingness of her crying. So what I do is change how I feel about her crying. And I try not to look at it as annoying. when she cries, I don't let that thought come into my head. I actually say, yo, this is not annoying, you know? And that's how I change myself in the situation, rather than thinking that I have the power to change the situation. I just change how I feel about what's going on. Now when she cries, and at the time where I don't want to compromise because she needs to learn a few things, is I sit with the crying. I'll put a nice soothing song on for her so she can get her cries out and she realize, okay, this is not working. Then after a while, with the soothing song or sounds I put on, she calms down. And we're both relieved. Because I'm relieved because I changed how I feel about her crying. It's not annoying. It's just a process of her getting what she wants, and I understand that. And I have to use my own process of getting what I want, which is a peace of mind in the situation. I don't look at her crying as annoying. See, I changed myself. I mentally respond in the moment rather than emotionally react. Let's say if I took her crying as annoying, you know, I'm a compromise, number one. I said that already. Or I'm going to be overly frustrated and I'm going to yell at her. I'm going to scream at her. I'm going to say, I'm going to curse at her, or, you know, these are the things that could happen. So this is why it's good to mentally respond in these situations. And whenever situations arise, you try to figure out how you can change the way you feel about it, rather than going through the stresses of trying to change the situation itself. Like when it's raining, you can't change the fact that it's raining, but you can change the fact or how you feel about the rain, you know? And this is just an example to create a more peaceful mind rather than sitting in your suffering. Change your mind so you don't have to look at what's going on as suffering. And if you don't have information about the more tough things, find out the information. Find people with testimonies that went through the same thing that you went through, so they can give you the information so you can cope through it. You know, find the information. It's out there. It's videos online. It's people that write their testimonies. It's church. It's anything to help you cope with that pain, or get past the pain so you can move on with your life. There's information out there that you need. Just go find it. Mentally respond to the situations. Don't emotionally react. And you first have to go through a situation to sit and contemplate on it, about how I can mentally respond next time. So I can understand the first time, but you have to realize that right after that you emotionally react, you might throw a tantrum, or you might get mad. But after that, you gotta realize, like, damn, you know, I could have responded better. So I'm gonna take 10-15 minutes out of my day to think of ways that I can respond better than what I did last time. And you build on that, and you take this concept on to another levels, and you go to other situations in your life. You use the same method to help you get a more peaceful mind through the difficult situations that are inevitably gonna happen in life. Change how you feel. change your actions. You cannot change the situation itself. But you can change yourself in the situation.